Hello and welcome to the update on the Senate election 2 days before midterms. A little bit has changed from my last prediction. I've already filled out the safe Republican and safe Democrat seats. Before we start the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have anything to say in the comment section, put it there if you want to say your suggestion or what your thoughts are on it, or what I could fix or I could look into. I read all the comments so far. I haven't missed one. So we're going to start out with the likely Republican states: Texas, Tennessee, North Dakota. Republicans regain the Senate. For Texas, Ted Cruz is most likely to win the seat, around a 6.5 to 7%. So this would be closer than the 2016 election, where Trump won it a little less than 10%. In the state of Tennessee, Phil Bredesen was leading for a while, and then after the Kavanaugh trial, Marsha Blackburn had taken the lead. In the state of North Dakota, same with the state of Tennessee. When the Kavanaugh trial happened, Heidi Heitkamp said she did not vote for him to become a judge, and Kevin Cramer said he would. So this really made Heidi Heitkamp go down the polls, and Kevin Cramer went up a lot. He's most likely to win this seat, around a 10%, and Marsha Blackburn's most likely to win this, around a 5.5%. For likely Democrat states, the state of Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio. These three here: Pennsylvania, Bob Casey is going to beat Lou Barletta around a 9%. In the state of Ohio, Sherrod Brown's going to beat Jim Reneke around a 6.5%. And in the state of Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin will beat Leigh Vukmir around a 7.5%. In the lean Republican states, there is none. For lean Democrat states, there is Michigan. John James is really going up in the polls. He is only behind around a 6% now. But in my prediction, I see Debbie Stabenow holding the seat around a 4.5%. Minnesota special election, Democrats are going to hold on to that one. And in West Virginia, Joe Manchin's lead is starting to narrow out. The Kavanaugh trial isn't really boosting him anymore. It was, and then it kind of went down. So he's going to win the seat around a 4.5 to 5%. In the state of not Delaware, in the state of New Jersey, Bob Menendez is going to beat Bob Hugin by around a 3%. Polls show Bob Menendez is going to win this around a 5 to 6% right now, but I see Bob Hugin closing the gap at the end. For a tilt Republican would be the state of Florida. Rick Scott's going to beat Bill Nelson around a 0.3% right now. In early voting, there's 3 million votes cast, and 53% are Republican and 47% are Democrat. This also goes and contributes into the governor race and the House race, so this is not good for Bill Nelson. But in polls show he leads around a 1 to 2%, but I don't think that's going to last really. For a tilt Democrat state, the state of Montana, Jon Tester is going to win this around a 0.75%, 0.75%, against Matt Rosendale. Jon Tester in the beginning of the race was leading around a 10%, 8 to 10%, and then Matt Rosendale kind of started gaining speed after the Kavanaugh trial, and now with the independent dropping out and telling his supporters to vote for Matt Rosendale, even though a lot of them don't want to and feel betrayed, it's kind of moved more towards the Republican column than before. For another tilt Republican seat, the state of Missouri, is getting narrower and narrower. Josh Hawley is going to win this around a 0.9% to Claire McCaskill. So this is not good for the Democrats. Republicans are gaining one seat so far. For a tilt Democrat state, the state of Indiana. Indiana is one of those really close ones and hard to figure out where it's going to go. But I see Joe Donnelly beating Mike Braun around a 0.5%. It's gone back and forth. Mike Braun's led and then Joe Donnelly's led, but I think it's going to go to Joe Donnelly. It still has a chance of going to Mike Braun. Tomorrow, all these tilt states can change. Even some of the lean, but that's less likely to happen. So already there's, 4 seats that could change around by tomorrow. For another tilt Republican state would be none of these. These two are most likely moving into the tilt Democrat. Most of the time, at least one of them in all my predictions has gone to the Republicans, but Democrats are regaining. They're regaining in those states. If I were to call one that would be the closest to go to the Republicans, would be the state of Arizona. But in recent polls, Krista Sinema is leading around a 1%, and there's a lot of them. And another thing to contribute to this is Republicans have a lot more early turnout in Arizona right now. So that could actually, in my last House prediction, is that the Republicans actually gain a Democrat seat, but the Democrats gain 1 Republican seat. In all my other predictions, Democrats have a +1 net gain, and now there's no net gain. So this could actually flip the state of Arizona back to the Republicans. This, I've said in all my predictions, for the Senate, Arizona is the most closest election on here. This is one that is going to be past midnight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And tomorrow or Tuesday, I will have my final prediction on the midterm elections. It's going to have all 3 in one: the Senate, governor race, and the House predictions in one video. I'm going to try to make it as the best I can. I've been working on it around for 2 days now, so don't forget to like and subscribe and watch tomorrow or Tuesday. If I don't have it out tomorrow, I'm going to have another prediction out in case things change really, but I'm going to have it out anyways. 1 to 2 seats have been changing around every day or two, really. Thank you for watching. Tune in for tomorrow.